I really am. As a musician, worship leader, really at the forefront of Christian music, I'm unashamed to say that I really have just been pushing and pursuing the thing that God's put in my heart, just to hear all of you as theologians, as historians, just telling the story from an academic place. And I'm a bit overwhelmed. So I can't contain myself because I've never heard it like this. I'm often the guy that stands in the place where I am the only black guy standing with thousands of white guys, and I'm holding on to what I have, what was taught to me in the front room. Yeah. So my story, I won't get to share it, but my story, and even this last 3 weeks, I found out, actually last week, Beres, thanks for having me, I found out that in my front room, I learned to play the guitar at 5 years old. 6 years old, my dad taught me. We had a piano in the front room. My mum died at 5 years old. I did not know that my mum was the choir master for the first church in North London for Church of God of Prophecy. She read the diamond notes and taught the choir the songs. I didn't know. I knew she played, but I didn't know she did that. And I began to look at my heritage and say, there is something about what we can do. And we won't miss anything if we'll just, you said it, pull together to be a force. I know that if this was Matt Redman or Tim Hughes, who lives in Birmingham, was having a meeting like this to talk about the heritage, this room would be packed to the hilt, to the utmost. Not only would the money be thrown at this, they'd probably have to change the venue and say we need to do this at the NEC. But here we have a community of people. When the artist, this is one way, I've produced 7 albums of my songs, of my journey. Now, I'm not asking anyone to buy anything. I really am not, because I don't need that. But what I do say is that where does my children go if there is no opening for them? They go on the TV half naked. Sorry, put it that way. Talk about standard. They go on the TV half naked, singing songs with language in it that we wouldn't play in our church. And then we go, that's not right, and we haven't prepared the ground for them because we do not purchase and value each other. Professor, when I called you today and you said I'm a professor, I went, I love that. You know why? Because if we don't identify you as a leading voice in this country, speaking about our history, which I don't know.
Yeah, you've lived it, but you don't know it.
I don't, right? If we don't identify you, then where do we go? So I would love this to go out to everyone. Everyone. I'm the first black British artist to be signed by a Christian record label in this country. And the sole purpose of it is not necessarily tokenism, but the purpose of it is that let's see if this black community is ready for investment. That's what they went, because they will not invest in any of our artists unless they see. Unfortunately, I go, well, whatever that may be, we need to do it ourselves. Where's our labels? Where's our guys? Where's our guys that sell 20,000 albums? If we sold 20,000 albums in 1 month, they have to wake up and recognize us.
Thank you.
Just a thought.
Okay.